Hello, I'm Andrew White and I'm here to talk to you about Curiosity the Mars rover. The Mars rover Curiosity has arrived at the Promised Land. For a little over a week, the rover has been sitting at a place called Rockness, where it's used its scoop 3 times to pick up alien material. The rover threw away the first 2 samples because they were used for cleaning high-tech instruments. Then Curiosity inserted the material from the 3rd sample into an instrument called CHEMIN, which is short form for Chemistry and Mineralogy, which looked at the minerals. Scientists have been seeing something unexpected in the soil where Curiosity is scooping. Small, bright objects. At first they looked man-made and out of place, but looking closer they were not uniformly bright and didn't appear to have come from the rover. This is not likely connected to the object that Curiosity found last week, which NASA scientists believe was a shred of plastic material. The images that the rover sends from this location will help scientists come up with more ideas about how this area was formed. They will eventually pick a rock for Curiosity to drill into. Beginning with some rocks they studied before the scooping began, and going on now for the several weeks in front of them, those images will help guide them and give them options. The rover has been operating on Mars since its spectacular landing on August 6th. After Rockness, it will head to Mount Sharp, a 3-mile-high mountain. Curiosity will examine the layers for plant molecules, evidence that life could have once existed there. Curiosity's mission, which cost $2.6 billion, is planned to last for 2 years, although the other rovers have far outlasted their lifetime. The other rover, Opportunity, is still chugging along, having landed in the year 2004. Now here are some pictures of Mars that Curiosity took. This first picture is of the left eye of the Mastcam on NASA's Mars rover Curiosity. This second picture is where it used its scoop 3 times to pick up Mars material. This third picture is a 360-degree view of the landing site of NASA's Curiosity rover. This information is from www.wptv.com. That's all for today. See you next time. Bye.
Narwhals by Andrew White and Aurora Bouvier.
What are narwhals? The narwhal is the unicorn of the sea, a pale-colored porpoise found in Arctic coastal waters and rivers.
Endangered.
These legendary animals have 2 teeth. In males, the more prominent tooth grows into a sword-like spiral tusk up to 8.8 feet, 2.7 meters long. The ivory tooth grows right through the narwhal's upper lip. Scientists are not certain of the tusk's purpose, but some believe it is prominent in mating rituals, perhaps used to impress females or to battle rival suitors. Females sometimes grow a small tusk of their own, but it does not become as prominent as the males.
Is there a song for narwhals? Yes, there is a song, but beware, the information is not true about narwhals. Here is a picture of the song. It says swimming in the ocean.
How big do narwhals get? The narwhal may reach a length of 20 feet, 6.1 meters, including the tusk. That's a picture of the narwhal song. Narwhals, they are awesome.
Random stupid pics of narwhals. Which are pictures? Here's one of a narwhal punching a polar bear. Here's one of a polar bear using a narwhal as a fishing rod. Here's one that says narwhal. Okay, narwhal disguised as a rhino. Narwhal disguised as a unicorn. Whale disguised as a narwhal. Here's another one with words on it. It says, narwhal, swimming in the ocean, causing commotion because they are so awesome. Narwhal, pretty big and pretty white, can be a polar bear in a fight, like an underwater unicorn. You can zoom out there. You can see the picture. Here's another picture of 2 adult narwhals knitting and also a baby at the end. Okay. And the next one. Had you ever knew that flying
Narwhals are
were
now at the
on sale?
low price of $19.99.
And that is the end of our narwhal PowerPoint.
Hey, my name's Juliet. Now, before we talk about Beastmaster today, I'm just gonna go over the manga, the concept. I'm gonna go over the concept of manga in general. Now, a manga is basically a Japanese comic book. And they actually have a lot at the library here. In the graphic novel section. They have usually 3 or 2 of each manga, sometimes 1, and sometimes people find them out. Not very much though, unfortunately. Anyway, just so you know, they always read from right to left, not like our books which read from left to right.
Oh, my hair's fun.
And they always have lots of different stories, which I'll go over more later in this show. Okay, now let's cover up one of my favorites and one of my earlier mangas, Beastmaster. When I heard about this on Shoujo Beat when I was looking stuff up, I decided to take a look at what it was and buy the manga. Now there are only 2 volumes in reality, but each one has its own, but they're both a really good read and you should definitely try it. And here's the reasons why. Now the manga here is by Kiyosuke Motomi. I don't know if I said that correctly, so no haters. I'm going to show you the first page you would probably see, and then the second page. Now, most people would expect this to be normal, right? Yeah, you should definitely take a look at the second page. Bam. That is a lot different from what you would expect. Now, the story of this is basically about a girl named Yuiko who meets a boy named Leo. Leo Ioi.
I'm here.
Oi is the correct way. They met first when in those few pages I just showed you, but later on they meet up at school. They find she recognizes him and wants to thank him for saving the cat from the tree. I'll tell you about it again later. Anyway, Leo is may look really scary. Here, let me just show you the first page. Here you go. He may look like that in some ways. Yes. But once he smiles, well, let's just say.
No, it does when I sit down and it tweaks in my back.
He's an adorable little kitten. But there is a dark side to him. So there's something that does match his appearance. If you take whenever he sees blood, he'll go insane, like he literally would kill someone. And it says here that once he actually ripped a leopard's throat out. That is just plain dangerous. And he actually beat up quite a few people too. I'm going to show you a little effect on what he did. Now, you'll see, whenever he sees blood, right here, this is what happens. He goes crazy. He doesn't see what's around him, and you basically would think, oh no, they're going to die. But, and what you would more think if you were like me, Yuiko dives herself in and saves Leo. Turns out she's the only one who can actually calm him down. And then the story just goes out from a little bit of a romantic comedy, ending again with only 2 volumes. And Now on to the technical side of things. I really love this story. Mainly because I love the art, I love the story itself. It was really amazing. But there's something that always ticks me off sometimes whenever I read a good manga or something. Like, say, you have a really good plot line and everything, but then it just ends really, like, they only had 2 kisses in the end. 2! I mean, sure, they ended up together and was really happy, but I think it could have used a little more, what's the word? Pizzazz. Anyway, but I also love the chapter pictures in his. Now, I'm just going to show you, well, the first one is actually, here, is the cover. Here's the first one, which you'll also see on the back of the cover. There's also many others that you would love. Like, now you're wondering about this one, right? Yeah, I'll show, yeah, you might want to take a look. Story behind chapter, here. Chapter 2, story behind the picture. Now, I'm just going to do my own little voice impression, so, hey, no haters, again. Leo, did you ate my omelet, didn't you? That was my lunch. Leo, no, I didn't, really. Then, liar, then why is there ketchup all over your lips? And I think you get the picture now. And also, I love this picture. It was really one of my favorites. And you would love all this story and itself if you were like me. Here is one of my favorites. Romantic, subtle, and a little more mature. Again, this is probably for young teens my age, about 13 and up. 12 and up maybe? I don't know. Anyway, in volume 1 it's basically just more about Leo and Yuiko having fun and getting along better. By the time it reaches the last volume, Beastmaster Volume 2, it gets a little more, how do you say this? Dramatic. Now, again, here's my favorite. First picture, just had to show you. In the second volume, Yuiko and Leo go to a certain place, and their friend comments about them being girlfriend or boyfriend or not. And we also find out, they say no and reject like usual, most couples do. Okay, and we've also found out that Leo is turning 18 in 2 days. He's actually 17. Well, 17 going on 18.
Okay, I got a big surprise for you.
So then later on, when he sees Yuiko shopping for his gift, which he doesn't really know about, and sees him across the road and said he'll come right there, he accidentally gets hit by a car. Fortunately, he was able to jump enough to not be killed, but unfortunately he suffers a bit of damage. Then we find out more about his past and stuff, like how Leo's Leo's mom died when he was very young, and his father taught him a lot of stuff though. And we find out that all of his relatives, that his great-grandfather, when he died, he left all the money to Leo when he turned 18. So his relatives have been getting at him for years and years. And I just want to say, I feel sorry for the dude. I really do. He doesn't even want the money. All he wants is, well, a happy life. Anyway, we later find out that one of his relatives was actually the one who caused the car accident. sorry for saying later a lot, and find out as well. But either way, see this woman here? She was the one who hired goons for the car accident. Okay, any of you want to call her a big, just say your names, I don't care. She's just a plain mean. Yeah, I can't say those words. But what, you want to know something? Yuiko actually, well, here's a little bit of what she said. You might want to post it on the stage. She actually said that to the woman. And I just want to say, go girl, go. And then later, afterwards, Yuiko finds out that Leo has to go away because of his relatives might be coming back. But then he almost went away, and then he decides, I want to stay with Yuiko because I love her. And the obvious ending. There's also, then they kiss, make up and stuff, and then there's a bonus chapter. You find out, you see, it's a little bit more afterwards. So whenever you, how do I put this? They talk more about the relationship of the two. Like, Leo hasn't said that she loves him. Leo hasn't said that he loves her yet. And Yuiko starts to get worried about it. So afterwards, they decide. So Yuiko starts being a little bit mean and mad at him. And then some popular playboy hits on her. And it's any good girl who's looking for a romantic comedy that could make you want to cry with a couple of side stories. That's all I have to say. Bye for now.